Hey guys, and welcome to the 15th episode of the Unity3D How to Make a Zombie FPS Game series. Now, I want to first of all apologize for the time since the last episode. I think it's been almost 2 weeks, maybe more, maybe less, I'm not too sure. Yeah, just over 2 weeks I think. And I've just had uni starts next week, and I've had orientation and just things to sort out and things to do, so I apologize about that. But today I'll be bringing you an episode about spawning the player and things like that. So first of all, I want to thank you guys all. I'm at 477 subscribers at the moment. Thanks so much. All your support is great. This is why I do this. Please keep sharing, telling friends, it's great. Another thing I want to mention is I have updated the Ploxa Games website, and I've now got our own domain, a .com domain. So just want to show you guys this. Here's where you can comment, post your problems if you need to. I might add a new page just for problems and things. If you guys want that, just let me know in the comments. But there's the tutorial assets. Each one of these is a link to the single scripts, and if you want to download the model package and the scripts, so this has all the models and the scripts up to date of the 14th episode. And I'll probably update that every second or third episode, so that it's not too much of a hassle for me, but also that you guys can get that downloaded. So there's also the tutorials page. You can access the tutorials on here, the playlist of my tutorials, and you can contact me about whether you want to join, help me make games and things like that, and stuff like that. So thanks guys. It's you guys who are helping me put this sort of stuff up. Feel free to contact me if you do want to get into game development and help work with me on making a game. So this episode we're going to get into the scripting of the spawning. So I left off last game with making it so that I let you guys do your own sort of thing in the map. This is mine created. It's not great, it's not perfect, but I've chucked some new trees in, put the tractor and everything in. I think I did that with you guys. Added some rocks here and there, and just a pile there. Maybe I might get some wood. There's still stuff that I need to fix up eventually, but this is just temporary. And I've put another piece of terrain here, and I put some mountains up around it, so that when you do look out here, it doesn't look like that the world just drops off the end of the earth. It actually looks like this sort of mountainy area, and I've kind of blocked that off with fences. I don't know, I might eventually block that off with rocks or a car or something that's a little bit more realistic. But that's that for now. One thing I have done is drag the network manager script, created an empty game object named _network manager, and drag the network manager script onto that. So then we won't need our old network manager, because I've thought about this, and this is the best way. So not the best way for us to do it, but it's the easiest to do it through time and things like this. I just want to get through this series as quick as possible, and make it an easy start, and maybe you guys can work on it if you want, but just put the network manager into this, and I've condensed everything from the barn map, and I've put it into a barn map game object, so I can turn that on and off when I do and do not want it to load and things like that. I've also dragged a main camera onto here, and then I've renamed it main camera and tagged it main camera. So add that, guys, and I've just wrong one. We don't want that one in there, actually. Get rid of that main camera. So this main camera here, I've just dragged it so it kind of looks decent, but yeah, it looks alright. So let's get to the scripting. So there's a few few lines, new variables we need to put into this. One thing I have changed is change this to barn, and temp so that people know what it's about now. So when you click the first button, it'll change to barn and whatever else. So I think we need to add two, one called public game object, and call this one barn map, and the next one will be public game object and spawn spot. Alrighty, now you'll want to find the maps toggle, so in create room menu, I think it is, yep. Is it? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Password, create room, join. Cancel map here. There it is. Sorry, maps here. I should have probably put commented through this whole script while I did it, so it was easy to read. But next time. So yeah. So in this map thing, what you want to do is add a new if statement. If map int equals 0, because 0 is our first variable and it is our barn map button, then we are going to set barn map dot, oh, we got to do one more thing up the top, two more things up the top, but we'll just do that. Barn map dot set active, and we want to change it to true. So what we'll do is we'll have all the maps in the one scene. I know it's very it's not done very well. That's probably like the worst way you can do it, but it's the way. I don't really want to continue creating code for the networking of changing to different scenes and things like that. So if you guys want to do that, you can play around with that, but what I'm doing is just keeping it all in the one scene so that we can just disable certain things and switch to different maps. So up here you want to go barn map equals game object dot find game object with tag, and we'll tag that barn map. I think I've already tagged it, but I'll show you guys that. And then you'll want to go barn map dot set active is false, and we'll end up doing this to every map. So we'll do that to every map, but we'll leave that for that now. So go back to this one, and in your barn map thing, tag that barn map there. We've got two there because I created one with a space, but it didn't work for me. So, or there was just something wrong, so I just created a new one. So then we'll go back down to the maps. Yep, create room here, map, and we'll close that one off. Set active to true. And then there's actually one more thing that I noticed while I was doing this. If you it's when you click the button, map, create room. When you click the spawn button, so it's in the pre-enter game. Here, spawn button. If you have spawn my player first, it doesn't actually close the menu down. So you want to put pre-enter game equals false first to close the menu down. Then you'll spawn your character, and then that should work fine. So then you want to go down to spawn my player. You will want to go above this one. Go above player game object, because we'll change these variables. They should be different. I think they're different, but I just temporarily put them there to stop errors, and because I changed them around. So the first thing you'll want to do is create a new integer, so int, and we'll call this one spawn value, and then we'll set that equal to random dot range. So this is how you get a random number between a set and range, and our minimum spawn spots is 1 and our maximum is 6. So we will do that, and so we're going to have 6 spawn spots, and we're just going to randomly spawn in between them, and it doesn't matter if someone else has spawned in that spot before. I'm just going to randomly change between that. You could do that. You could say if that one has been used, then disable it, and then it wouldn't be counted as a child, because what we're going to do is run through them and as childs and see if they work, if they're how many there are. But that's fine anyways. So we'll create that value, then we will debug.log the spawn value. So spawn value, and then we will go plus spawn value. Alright, so that's good. Then what we want to do is I think it's spawn spot equals to game object barn map dot transform dot find child, and we're going to find the child called p spawn, capital P capital S. Then I'll show you why in a second, because I've already created this, but I'll show you guys that after. And then you want to go dot, and we'll go get child, and this one is, and we will input the spawn value. So we're going to spawn value. So if we get a 1, we're going to get the first child in under p spawn. So, and they're going to set that as spawn spot. If it's 6, it's going to be the 6th one. So next we're going to do is change this transform dot position, or whatever. I think it's this dot transform dot position is yours. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I did change that. So just change that now to spawn spot dot position, and then we want to yep, that's fine. And then here we'll just go spawn. No, we'll just keep that quaternion identity dot identity, but that's spawn, but that's giving us errors because this is classified as a game object. So we'll go back up to the top, and we'll change this game object to a transform, because we only want the transform part of it. So we'll go back, see if we've got any errors. None. So what you guys will want to do is, this is the p spawn object, and this is just an empty game object that I created, and 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so p spawn, and inside, so I've just dragged them all into p spawn, and inside p spawn we've got the spawn 1, spawn 2, spawn 3, spawn 4, spawn 5, and spawn 6. So just drag them to different locations where you want them. You can put like maybe a light in on each one, maybe add like a little light to signify where that spawn is. So let's actually do that. So we'll do that to everyone. So select all, add component, rendering, light, and we'll drag the intensity down, and change the color, say red, and we'll do this as spotlight, and drag them to the ground. How do we do that? Spot angle. Nope, that's not what I want. I want to drag these down, rotate, rotate 45, 30, 90. Alright, so we're going to rotate 90, and let's change the intensity of those. There you go, so there's the spawn spots. They'll be there on the ground, and that's where the player will land and spawn. So now that that is done, you should be fine. Yeah, because that's all working. You'll want to drag the barn map into the game objects. I think, oh yeah, that's right, this didn't work. This ended up didn't working. The find game object with tag. I'm not 100 sorry guys. I'm not 100% sure why, but I just now drag that onto the barn map spot, so then it's automatically set like that. So now we'll go to our prefabs, our resources, player 1, and some things we need to do is tick off animations, tick off mouse look. Everything else should be ticked on. Yep. And we will also need to make sure camera is ticked off up here. So if you go into camera, tick it off, or you can just drag it in and then tick it off and then save it. So that should be fine, perfect. Click play, and you'll notice that there's no map. That's because it hasn't been created, because it was disabled like we said. So Ploxa Games, play, network. Alright, create a room, and instantly it will spawn the map in, and that is because it's already clicked on barn. See, what we need to do is also, say if we click on temp, it's gonna disable this one, change the camera to the one at somewhere else, say for example the next map, and look at the grass. They're not scaled right, that's why they're moving around, but that's fine. I'm fine with that, leaving that right now. Change this to 6. Public room, password required. I do need to fix that actually. Move these ones down and make the password like that. But anyways, create room and join, and that's done. Now we will spawn, and look at that. Here's our game object. We're standing on one of the spots there because we were dropped there, and yeah. I can't remember if I've showed you. You know, I haven't showed you the animations yet, I don't think. Or yes, I have. I think I've showed you the movement ones, but if I haven't, I can't really remember. I'm sorry. But I've showed you most of the animations, at least. I think I've showed you the walking ones, but I don't have the shoot ones on at the moment. So the next thing to do is, because I'm having trouble trying to work out what and you can walk through the trees. I hate that, but that's fine for now. I don't really mind at the moment. So we need to do the animations for the guns, but that is fine for now. So we've got that one done. What we'll do is just quickly create an empty game object and find that. Move that one ages way over here, and we'll name that one temp map, and then duplicate that, save, and just drag this one over here. And I think I might even have like a pre-scene, so when you haven't clicked on network and when you haven't created a game yet, it will have the camera looking at that so that it looks decent. So you know how I've got that camera here, I'll move that camera somewhere else, and this camera, well, I'll duplicate this camera and put it somewhere else so it's a like a menu camera, but when you do click on this one, it'll swap to this one and it'll show you this view. But so you guys know how to do that now. Basically you'll just copy your spawn spots over to temp map and temp map, and you'll just need to duplicate the scripting that we've done today. So I'll just quickly go through that one, and we'll duplicate this. Oops. Temp map 1 and temp map 2. Then we'll want to say temp map 1 dot set active is false, and then duplicate that. Temp map 2 is false as well, and so then we'll come down to the menu, the maps, and we'll just go duplicate this. If it's equal to 1, not 2, we'll go temp map 1 and temp map 2 is set equal to 2. So that's done, and then we'll just go down here and we'll say, no, we don't need that, we just need to go if map int is equals 0, then we will want to spawn the value at p object of barn map. I hate that. Save that and just duplicate this and set this to 1, and we'll say temp map 1, and set this to 2 and say temp map 2. So that should be fine for those. If you keep everything the same, just do exactly the same and set that all, just do the same for what you did here. I'm not going to go through, I probably won't go through creating more maps unless if there are things that we haven't been through, because that's just things that I want to get through. I don't want to have to create another map. I mean, I might, depends whether you guys want. If you want me to, leave a comment down below. Just let me know if you want me to do the other maps on video or not, or do some other more needed stuff, so to speak. And there's still a lot of things in this network that I do need to fix up, like the passwords and whatever. But we'll get around to that. One more thing I want to do in this video about the spawning, so that you guys know everything to do, even if I don't get back to doing another video about the spawning. Except I will do a spawning for the zombies. That will be different. I'll have to create like a game manager script, and that will do waves and things like that and whatever, but we'll get to that eventually. So the next bit we need to do is say if map int equals 0, and barn map dot set active is false, then we want to do that. So we will copy this and paste this for each one, so that we don't actually have to run through that heaps and heaps and heaps of times setting it active. So we'll do that, and also we'll say if we want to say if temp map 1 equals temp map 1 dot set active is true, then we will want to temp map 1 dot set active to false. So we'll copy that again and do that for temp map 2, and then we'll copy this and do this for both of these guys. So this just again ensures that we don't have multiple maps on if you've clicked multiple buttons. So if you click this, if you click it'll automatically select barn map for you. But say if you click temp map 1, you want to disable barn map because it'll set active. Then you want to disable barn map. Oops, sorry, wrong one. You want to disable barn map, so then it doesn't create multiple maps, and then there's less to load and render and sort of things like that. So then if it's temp map 2, we don't want barn map and temp map 1 on there. So that should be fine, and that should, oh, we've got some errors. Yeah, clear the ones we don't want. And Alright, so and the operator and then cannot be applied to operands of type bool. Oh, okay, we will want to go active self equals true. I think that's right. Yeah, okay. So I think 179. Okay, there's no ML errors on 175, so it's .active self instead. Because that returns true or positive if it is active or not. So if temp map is active self, if it's true, then set it to false. If 2 set to true, set it to false. If this one's false, so set those 2 to false and all these inner ones to true. And this one to false. And then these 2 to true. Alright, so that should have fixed most of that up. 215. Oh, it's map int. Alright, yep, there we go. Okay, close that. Play, and now if we click between the buttons, it should disable and re-enable this map. So network. Okay, we get an error. Oh, no we don't. Yep, create room. Alright, now I'll click temp map. Oh, okay. That's fine. It's because we haven't set the temp map. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll just set these temp maps. Temp map 1, temp map 2. Click play. Let's try this again. I'm hoping that it just didn't turn off because of that reason. Okay, they're all turned off. Create room. Barn map, temp 1. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that, as you can see, they're flicking through them, and you might have some sort of, you know, lag and errors and things like that, but if you just leave it, yeah, you should be fine to switch through the maps. If this is gonna work. I think we got an error. Alright, so yeah, you guys have got that down. Yeah, it's working now. And create room and join. Spawn. Alright, perfect. So yeah, that's how it's done. If you guys have any questions or things about that, let me know. Also, let me know what you want to see in the next video. I'm thinking about doing this. I really want to get the animations for the guns done, but I'm having quite a bit of trouble understanding how to do that, and doing it on top of these ones. Like, I have got the animations, but it's just, yeah, I might end up putting the person as a third person, putting making a third person game instead of a first person. I know I did, but you can change the camera view. It'll just be a little bit easier, and I'll just make it so that it's because there's problems with aiming. When I put the aiming on top of the thing, I need to make the hands move with the camera, but it doesn't really work like that. It's really weird. I don't know. I'll get back to that. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, tell me what you want next time. I might do the game management scripts about game modes and things like that. But yeah, you guys let me know what you want. Check out my new website, and remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.